So Burson is a heavy-duty brand. You know, you have a Burson anything, you're doing all right for yourself. And they contacted me and said, "Hey, look, we've got this like Supreme Sound like sub edition thing that we want you to look at." So I'm like, you know, I'm so busy. Yes, please send it to me. And here it is. And it looks like a kit amp, but it isn't. It comes fully assembled. Actually, you have to sort of unscrew this to peel off the protective covering on the frosted Lexan and then screw it back together. But it comes fully assembled, and the design is so beautifully simple that I may marry it. It is a thick piece of aluminum on the bottom with all the Class A amplifier heat dumps. Just touching it. They're all screwed in here. And then it is a board of very simple looking stuff. Big capacitors, RCAs, power switch, and then a cover. And then up front here, right up front, not in the back, not hidden, are where the op amps go. Now, how amplifiers work is there's all these other parts that are consistent, and then something like that tells basically the amplifier how to do its job. And there are different levels of op amp, and people will swap them out regularly and be like, well, you know, it gets into that sort of that crazy audiophile where, you know, having an amp that's clean isn't good enough. You got to have an amp that's clean and it does things differently for one or the other. And this is your amp, people, because it'll run on either a dual op amp or you could do individual left and right op amps if you want to go nuts. Now, it came with this one installed, and it was all right. I did actually catch a bit of interference in the amp when I used this one. Not sure if that was just me where I am and this, but when I changed out to this crazy son of a bitch, which the pricing options are, it's $250 with that, and it's $300 with this. So this little bastard here is their top of the line SS op amp, the V5 Opa D. Smells like power. And you drop it right there. You can get one with single or double. They're both $300. There's no reason to have a double. They told me it's the exact same sound. So here it is. Now, $300 is a heavy price to pay for just an amp. It's just an amp. But is it just an amp? Because this SOB pumps out, It pumps. It's actually got me saying things in weird words. 2.2 watts a channel at 16 ohms. So this will push speakers. And I'm not joking. I could hook them up to the headphone out and power speakers with it. So the most powerful headphone amp I've used, other than the Emotiva actual speaker amp. Comes with a power brick here. It says 12 volt, doesn't say AC or DC. It's like a 3 amp. Doesn't matter, I'm never gonna swap any weird one. Here's your knob. It sticks out. It just sticks out. This is actually made in USA too, Southern California, by the JMP Electronics. You get a 1/4 inch that's nice and exposed. You get your massive caps. You get a power switch, power input, a variable pre-out, and your line ins. Now, I'm going to hook this all up. I'm going to hook everything up. Everything's getting hooked up. So let's... First is my DAC. I'm using my Emotiva XDA2 as my source. And the app... They're not labeled. Like, it feels like a kit, because nothing's labeled. Like, you look at this and there's nothing that says what these are. So it took me, like, one try to figure out, you know, what's going where. So here are our inputs. Here, we'll just do this for now, and then I'm going to hook up the RCAs going to the Emotiva air motors, because we're going to use this to control that volume. Actually, let's do that now. I love how that's got a big, ugly loop in it. Boom. So, essentially, it's got the same connections as Oh God. A shit Magni Uber. So if we flip the switch, there's a very distinctive thwomp from the powered monitors. And an ugly-ass blue LED. God damn it, Burson! Although it is pointing up, and if you could just cover it. Literally, it's right there. You could just cover it with something. And right now, let's see where we are. We are full tilt Soundgarden's playing. So I am controlling. I'm touching things and interference is happening. But, so it is a preamp right now. It is a preamp. Let's plug some headphones in. And now, preamp disables. We've got some Mad Dog Pros here. Oh, God, it's so loud. Theme to Little Women. Oh, God. Epic score. Deadline. Yeah, no. Power. It's Jeremy Clarkson's headphone amp. It's Jeremy Clarkson's headphone amp. Look at the size of the capacitors in this thing. It's... If that's steampunk, then this is techno-punk. Because just look at it. Look at it. What do those jumpers do? What does that jumper do? It just says on and off. I might want to play with that. Want to play with that? No, I don't want to play with that on camera. Yeah. So, pretty much, from this moment, well, actually from 3 weeks ago moment when they sent it to me, but from 3 weeks ago moment to the foreseeable future, if I have headphones to test, they're going to end up on this Lycan. Because it's that good. I'm not knocking any of my other... I mean, the OWN is sticking around. My E09K isn't going anywhere. My O2 I rarely use. My audio engine is just there for convenience sake. But this is the most powerful headphone amp I own. Well, S and a half. Now, I'm not a huge supporter of the swapping of op amps. And some people are. Some people are. Some people go with the tubes and they start changing out tubes because I want to hear this tube, because this tube might not be this. And basically, op amps are tube enthusiasts in solid state. So, if you think that you want to start spending money on different op amps, this is your test bench. This is literally your test bench. That's what it's for. You shut this off, you pull this out, you grab your other op amp, and I'm forgetting which way this goes. I'd have to look up which way it goes. You drop it in there, boom, and now you've got a different op amp. In like seconds. Some people, I mean, they have a part of their website here where it's showing, where is it? Supreme Sound Components. Asus Zonar Essence STX sound card with a modded V's modded onto it. The shit Lear headphone amp with these op amps. HT Omega Clario, the Gustards, Eastern Electric Minimax, all these different, Supreme Sound sells these. And I happen to sell this now to test with. So, if this is your drug of choice, may I recommend highly this. I only wonder if I'm ever going to have a headphone that needs 2 watts to push. Because if you look in the link in the description where it's showing all this info, it shows you a chart. And at 16 ohms, it's 2.2 watts. Separation 99%. And it goes all the way from 16 ohms to 300 ohms, where it pushes out 1/5 of a watt at 99.5% separation. And it seems to be a signal to noise butter zone in the 100 to 150 ohm range, where it's pushing out over 1/2 a watt. So power. I can't even. I love how simple it is. And it does get warm. It is full Class A. It is full Class A, and you could tell because you run it for a while. And down here, this plate is not cool. Not cool at all. So, what else do I have to say about this? I mean, I could go into bullshit details about dynamics and all the separation. It's all great. It is a noticeable improvement over my cheaper $100 Fio. Alright? I think it's just a matter of overhead power. It is retarded. The best type. Look at it. Oh, God. And then you unplug this. Oh, wait, make sure it's down. My only... Again, I gotta mention this every time I review something like this. I have to unplug this to make speaker go. And they've got enough room, they could just put a button somewhere where it's like headphone, speaker, headphone, speaker, and no one does it. Topping did it that one time where you could do headphone, speaker, or both. And that was stupid because why would you ever want both? What would be the situation where like, you know what, I want to listen to my headphones now, but I want my speakers playing really loud in the background at the same time. And it also comes down to the point where if you have this here, and you've got this playing at like a decent volume, and then you pull this, then those play at a very, very decent volume, depending on how crazy your stuff is. But yeah, no qualms about using this for quite a while. Except for that blue LED, which... It's right there. I could probably desolder it without even taking this board off. Put a nice green one in there. Red. They make yellow LEDs? I think they make yellow. Whatever. Whatever. It's fine. I can live with it. So other than 1 or 2 slight interference problems that I think I'm getting because my room is silly, it's ideal. It is just ideal. It is the most powerful headphone amp I've ever used. And it will be the most powerful headphone amp you've ever used. And if you're one of those crazy crackheads that love to swap out op amps, get it? Crackheads? I could say that now because the crack, the bottle head crack, it's a headphone guy joke. You wouldn't understand.